And then the second part of one drama, or second act, you might say act 1, act 2, whatever. The second part was only one. The second part, he explained how Krishna left Vrindavan and went to Mathura, then he settled in Dwarka, and then Radharani and all the gopis were feeling great separation, and they wanted to, and they committed suicide in Yamuna, and then Radharani was reborn in the mountain range, and she became Satyabhama. In other words, all the Astasakis, they became the 8 queens in Dwarka, the 8 Sakis, because Krishna, this one demon, I forget his name, I think it is Bhaumasura, Narakasura, a very powerful demon living at Krishna's time. He defeated so many kings, and he locked all those kings in his palace. And then he took all their money and wealth. Then he took all their daughters, so he had their daughters locked up there also, their kanyas, their virgin daughters. So he had some plan. Narakasura had a plan to offer these 16,000 kings. There were 16,000 kings, and I think Vishwanath Chakravarti said there were 16,100 kings. And how does it work? There was 16,000 kings and 100 princesses or whatever. So Krishna killed Narakasura, and all these kings were praying to him, "Oh, please help us restore our kingdom." Then all these ladies, these young ladies, these kanyas, these princesses that were locked in the palace, well, I guess there were 16,000 of them also, 16,100. So Krishna married them all and took them to Dwarka. So these princesses that were locked up by this Narakasura, they were liberated after Krishna killed Narakasura. Then he married them all. So these 16,100 princesses became Krishna's 16,100 queens in Vrindavan, in Dwarka. So now we know that Krishna in Dwarka has 16,108. So who are the 8 queens? Rukmini is Chandravali, Satyabhama is Radharani, and Lalita is Mitravinda or whatever. All the names of the 8 Sakis, which queen they are, is told in Lalita Madhav by Rupa Goswami. So when Rupa Goswami was on his way to Puri, which is of course in Orissa and Bengal, they're joining together in the north of Orissa and the south of Bengal. Then as he got not very far from, I think it's Cuttack or maybe Bhuvaneshwar, Rupa Goswami stopped in one village, and there in that village, under a few trees, very small, few trees, few cow dung houses with straw roofs or whatever, very rustic, pastoral type setting. When he slept at night, rested, Rupa Goswami had a dream of Queen Satyabhama from Dwarka. And she said, "Oh, why are you putting one drama? Why you have Krishna leaving Vrindavan and going to Dwarka? You should make 2 dramas. One where Krishna just stays in Vrindavan, and one where he's in Dwarka." So then, having that dream, then he decided to divide his one drama into 2. Vrindavan side would be called Vidagdha Madhav. It is called Vidagdha Madhav. And then the Dwarka side, Krishna's Leela in Dwarka, is out of Vrindavan, separated from Vrindavan in separation. It's called Pravasa Rag. It's the most painful type of separation, Viraha. There's praying by Chitya Viraha, there's Man Viraha, there's Pravas Viraha when Krishna goes to the pastures, but then there's Durvas Viraha when he goes very far away to Dwarka and doesn't come back for 50 years or whatever. So that's a very painful type of love and separation. All the gopis and Sakis and Manjaris are in Vrindavan and Krishna's in Dwarka. That was the reason, one big reason why they all went to Kurukshetra, or the solar eclipse, so they could at least have darshan, see Krishna.